Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Immigrant Stories Part 2. And before I start off with the second episode, which takes you to my classroom and one of my very first classes, again, this goes back to 2002 uh, and September again. So before we go there, I just want to give you a quick, description of this game. Now, you'll see me play a little differently in this game, a little more defensively. It was tough to get a pretty good KD ratio with this gun. I don't know, it seems to behave quite a bit differently, and it's not just the hip fire. Which has changed. I mean, I think there are other aspects of the gun which believe I briefly touched upon. Like it's got a lot more recoil than before. I was kind of forced to use the grip on this, and I figured out that the grip and rapid fire are a pretty good combination. Yes, you're going to appear on your enemy's maps, but if you're prepared, I think it's still a pretty decent gun to play with, but its potency has definitely been reduced. Um, so I hope you don't mind the defensive gameplay, but I was kind of forced into it almost. Let's begin Immigrant Stories Part Two, the classroom. Now, when I first came down to the USA in 2002 to Oklahoma, we had a quick orientation, which was basically, telling us how classes out here are organized and stuff like that. But nothing really prepared us, and there was really nothing which is going to which would help avoid the situation which I'm going to be talking about very shortly, which happened in our classroom. So basically, this was an object-oriented programming, advanced object-oriented programming class, and the professor was a lady named Dr. Dirk, and no relation to Dirk Nowitzki, but yeah, she pretty much got quite a bit annoyed with a lot of the students in the class, and you know there was a reason for it. Now, basically, what happened was, when we were in her class, we all used to address her as madam, myself included, because I really didn't know this. So we would always say madam and good morning, madam, and she would keep telling all these students to not address her as madam, but rather use Miss or Dr. Dirk or Miss Dirk or anything on those lines. Well, we most of the students out there were from Asia and China, Korea, India, and the likes, and all of them were used to calling their professors madam or Mister. So uh, so um, it was just one of those things which people couldn't avoid. So this was one such occasion where this kid was basically trying to talk to someone in the middle of a seminar in the class, and Dr. Dirk kind of interrupted him and said, hey, what are you doing? There's a class going on and you're disturbing the other students. So the basically what happened was the kid stood up and said, I'm sorry, madam, it won't happen again. And Dr. Dirk said, no, please don't call me madam. Like I said before, please use Miss Dirk. And he says, I'm sorry. And he says, Miss Dirk, I'm sorry, I was asking, she was asking a girl for something, and she said, what do you need? And she said, I was asking her for a rubber. And Dr. Dirk, of course, was a little shocked by this. And I said, why would you think that the young lady will have a rubber, and why would you need a rubber at this point in the class? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Please explain yourself. I said, ma'am, I just asked her for a rubber and she didn't have it. Well, do you have one on you? And Dr. Dirk was absolutely taken aback by this, and she kind of threw him out. The kid was basically sitting down in the office and not wondering what hit him, and he didn't know what happened. So let me give you a backdrop to those terms, madam and rubber. Like I earlier explained, madam, for instance, is something which is normal for what you would call your female professors, and it's pretty much acceptable in India. But down in the south, madam's actually a term for a lady who runs a whorehouse. So none of us knew this, and we can see why Dr. Dirk was pretty much annoyed by this. And the second thing was, which probably everyone, almost all of my viewers must know, is rubber is slang for condom, and rubber in India is slang for an eraser. So, so this kid was just asking a harmless question, and he was just asking if anyone had an eraser, but he was calling it by his slang from his hometown, which was rubber. And the madam and rubber mixed together was a deadly combination for the kid anyway, and he was thrown out. So that was a pretty neat little lesson to us, especially coming to a new country, and you know terms which are used in some places may not be the same in others. So that was something interesting. Hope you guys like this new story as we bring the gameplay to a close. To I'll come up with something similar, but not all my stories are going to be funny. Some of them will be serious and interesting too. So I hope you like them. Well, hope you guys are having a nice time, and see you soon, guys. Take care.